Well, hello and welcome again to our reading of Iliad 1, and we're in the middle of Nestor's speech to try and make some peace between Agamemnon and Achilles. And he's just finished this rather interesting ring structure construction here, and we were up to line 275. So his basic argument is I spent my time with many great men before. They all paid attention to what I said. You should do the same. And he addresses his first comment to Agamemnon, who says, neither you, that's Agamemnon, although being agathos, although being good, do not this is a middle imperative here from apeirio, uncontracted here, so it takes a double accusative. So do not deprive this man, that is of course Achilles, of the curain of the girl. I'll but leave it be. Hose, since first of all the sons of the Achaeans gave the prize, geras, hoi, to him, so hoi for auto here. Nor you, son of Peleus, do not wish, erisdmenai, this is an infinitive here, do not wish to strive with a basileus, with a king. And then antibian is adverbial really, hostilely. Since the king who holds the scepter literally does not meet with equal honor. Does not meet with equal honor. This is a funny verb here. It doesn't have a normal, simple indicative form. It seems to only occur in this form. It's probably connected with merimai. So since the scepter-bearing king does not ever share equal honour, i.e. he has higher honour, the king to whom Zeus gave kudos, gave high status. And the tet here is probably again because it's nomic. It's a nomic statement that Zeus gives high honour to the king. But if you are kateros for krateros, if you are stronger, your mother, who was a goddess, bore you, probably so. So if you're stronger, it's because the mother who bore you was a goddess. But he is phaeteros, he is greater, since he rules ple anesin, dative plural, he rules more people, rules more men. He then addresses Agamemnon, so son of Atreus, you cease from your anger. You cease from your anger, but egoge, I, lusamai, we get an elision of alpha iota here, which is common in Homer. Since I beseech, I beg to Achilles, it's taking a dative here, I beseech to Achilles, meth hemen, from infinitive, from methiami, to let go of his cholon, his anger. He who is a great herkos, defence, for all the Achaeans, and Peletai is just like Amy from Pelamai, so he is a great defence to all the Achaeans from evil war. And ruling Agamemnon, so Lord Agamemnon, replied to him, giving answer. Yes, indeed, O old man. Apes. We get a repeat of the epsilon, probably because there was an original digamma in here, and it's ewepes. And then in later Greek you get a contraction here with the circumflex, but probably originally a digamma here. And the kata goes with the moiran here, fittingly. So you have spoken all of these things fittingly, old man. But Hodi ane, this man, ethele, wishes. Now the peri goes with the, it's again periani here, periesti goes with the infinitive, meaning to surpass, as we had before, to excel. So this man wishes to be better than all others. And we get a men and a de. So he wishes, on the one hand, to rule, to have power over everybody, and anasane, and to rule everyone, to rule all men. And sumenain, to give orders to command, passing in all things. And the in which, I think, or with respect to which, I think there is someone who will not obey, which is probably i.e. himself. So I think there is someone who will not obey him, i.e. me. But if the gods who live forever, Ethesen from Tithami, placed him as an Aikmeten, as a spearsman, tunica hoi pro theus. Now this word is problematic here. The whole sense of this is, does this give him the right to be insulting? So the gods have made him a spear. So if the gods have made him a spearsman, we have a question. Have they placed? Have they granted? Is one of the possible meanings of this. Have they granted to him to speak shameful words, to speak insulting words? So the tunica here is for to henica, on account of which. So is it for this reason that the gods who live forever have made him placed him as a spearsman? Is it for this reason that they allow him, understood, to speak shameful words? It's a difficult little couple of lines there. And glorious Achilles, hupobladain, probably interrupting here. It might mean looking askance, but possibly here I think it's actually interrupting or breaking in. So glorious Achilles, interrupting him, replied to him in an interrupting fashion. It's an adverb here. Aga ken delos, surely I would be called, optative with the ken, I would be called delos, a coward, and an utanidos, a nobody. So I'd be a coward and a nobody if, indeed, this is a future here from Hubaco, I will yield to you in every task of whatsoever you might say. So I yield to you in any task you might say. Indeed, epiteleo, imperative, command these things to others. For do not give orders emoige, in fact to me, but in fact don't give orders to me. For I think uketi, no longer will I obey you, for I doubt that I'm going to continue to obey you. But I will speak this also to you, and you cast it into your mind, that I will not in fact fight Circe with hands, so I won't fight with my hands on account of this girl, neither with you nor with anyone else, since having given it, in fact, you are depriving me of her. But of the other things which are for me beside my swift black ship, of these you would having taken from Anhirio, you would not take away any of them with me being unwilling, so against my will. So of the other things in my black ship, you would not come and take away any of them without my permission. And if so it's almost, so Agamemnon Pereisi, it's almost, just you try it. So it's come then, just you try it, in order that also these other men might know. And immediately black blood, erose from Eroio, will gush up around my spear. And that's the end of his speech.